So yeah, it's gotten a lot warmer. There's buds on the trees, and spring has definitely sprung. We actually feel that this area of the country is probably about a month ahead of us as far as blooming and greenness and everything that is happening. So that's pretty exciting. We are glad to be heading into some warmer degree temperatures. It's supposed to be 80 degrees this week, so I'm figuring out what we're going to be doing. So super excited.
All right, well, we made it to DC. We are actually downtown on the mall in front of the Washington Monument, so we're gonna do some looking around and check out all the memorials and everything down here. I think that's our itinerary today. Oh, and
yes,
the cherry trees are supposed to be in blossom.
Yes, the cherry blossoms
down on the lagoon, so we're gonna go do that as well.
Yes, the cherry blossoms have been beautiful, and yeah, I got to ride the subway for the first time.
Yeah.
I've never ridden a subway, so that was pretty cool. Yeah. It's really interesting. So, and also it is the 250 years celebration of the United States of America, and I was actually born on the 4th of July. So this is very exciting for me. I am 50 and the United States of America is 250, so exciting stuff.
All right, so we are over by the Tidal Lagoon by the Jefferson Memorial. Cheryl's just wandering around, checking out the blooms and taking in the smells. So this is her thing down here. But yeah, this is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. Worth the walk over here.
That's the Atlantic wall with all the states represented on that wall. And then actually that's really cool because you can see the Washington Monument in there. And yes, this normally would be fountains, but they are getting it ready for the season and they're doing it. So each star represents 100 people that were lost in this war. It's second to the Civil War, which was 600,000. This is 400,000. So there is 40,000 stars here in the men and women that we lost in that war.
All right, it is time for some sustenance. We found some hot dogs and a soda just south of the Vietnam Memorial Wall, so we're gonna sit and do that for a minute. And then we're gonna go check out the Lincoln Memorial and the Vietnam Wall. It is a lot of walking though, guys. Holy cow, if you come and do this, be prepared to walk a lot. What are we over? You said you had like, how many steps you got?
9,013 steps.
9,013 steps. So since we left the mom's apartment today, so yeah, be prepared for that. The inscription above Abraham Lincoln's head reads, "In this temple, as in the hearts of the people for whom he saved the Union, the memory of Abraham Lincoln is enshrined forever." Ice cream break. It got hot out here. So yeah, we stopped and found an ice cream truck and we're going at it.
Yeah, it's been, yeah, it really got warm out here the minute the rain stopped and the sun came out. So yeah, definitely an ice cream break. Hey there, we were not able to get anywhere near the White House, so we were only allowed in this area of the White House. They had a black fence up around that area, and so we were only able to get this photo of the black fence. The president is getting it ready for the 250th anniversary.
Good morning. We're getting ready to head back downtown again. Today's agenda, I believe, is going to be a couple of museums at the Smithsonian. The Natural History and the American History Museum is our goal today. We had kind of a long day yesterday. We had a little something else going on in the background while we were shooting. Our daughter called us from home yesterday and let us know that the dog was not feeling well, the family dog. Long story short, our son-in-law came up and they took him to the vet, and we had to have our dog put down.
Okay.
So that was kind of going on in the background yesterday, but that was crappy timing, to say the least.
So yeah, we did all the monuments yesterday. Everything was a really good day. It was just overwhelming with the veterans monuments and everything. So yeah, so today we are actually headed down. We're going to do the museums today. Part of the American History Museum, they have a part of the museum that is a revolving type exhibit. So this revolving exhibit was lowriders. It was featuring cars that have been made into lowriders, and what you're seeing here is actually a car that has been hand painted on it. Everything has been hand painted, and it's all done just with amazing detail, and the colors are amazing. This is all hand painted. So this takes hours and hours and hours by the artist that creates these. So it created a whole culture of cars and music that goes with it, like Lowrider. You remember that song? Yeah, that goes with all of this. So this was a really, really cool part of the museum, is getting to see these lowriders. The next one is just as cool as this one.
This stained glass window is one of 4 that hung on the Victor Record Company's headquarters in Camden, New Jersey in the early 1900s. It features Nipper the dog listening to a record, and the dog was the company's trademark. Off to Cheryl's left side in this picture is George Washington's document box. So it is entirely possible that original copies of the U.S. Constitution and the Declaration of Independence were stored in this box and carried around by George.
The reason I took this video, it is the first reference to Uncle Sam, and then also in the middle is the first banner that they used for the first 4th of July celebration. I was just moved in this area. This is our First Lady's area, and it had all of the dresses and the pictures of the beautiful women as they were wearing the dresses, and it just really impressed me at how beautiful they were, plus how elegant they were, and they truly are a depiction of the office as First Lady of the United States.
This is the top hat that Abraham Lincoln was wearing the night that he was assassinated. Definitely one of the coolest things in the museum's collection, for sure.
This exhibit brought tears to my eyes. I was actually crying when I had seen how beautiful the actual flag was. This exhibit is called New American Roles. Basically, what it does is it talks about the Afghanistan and the Iraq wars, where we are right now as far as what the troops have to go through for fighting. And it's the only memorial that I have seen for these wars, and it was really important for me to put this in this video. This is going to be our next way of travel in the Adventurleighs.
So this is a Ford Model T, and it's on a rolling rack. This is what mechanics used to use before the invention of an auto lift. They would actually roll the car over almost on its side for access to the undercarriage. So I'm going to take a few minutes by myself. It's been kind of busy, and I've had a lot on my mind the last couple of days. Just being here is very overwhelming and wonderful. I don't get into the whole political thing. I get into the America the Beautiful thing, the America that once was and will always be. I was born on the 4th of July, just to kind of give you a little bit of background. Set in 1975 is my birth date. This year we're actually celebrating the 250th anniversary of the United States of America. And I just feel like, you know, we need to just take a minute to reflect, and I did definitely do that the last couple days. You know, life can get chaotic. Life can get really, really chaotic with everything. And I think that it's always good to take a minute back and to reflect on things. I was born on the 4th of July. I've always had flag cakes every birthday. My mother was very, very adamant about that. I've had several different kinds. My favorite flag cake is with blueberries and strawberries, and just a plain old cake with Cool Whip with Cool Whip. My mom made that for me quite a time, and she'd do the little blueberries in the corner, and then she'd do the strawberries and alternate around. That was always really special for me. You know, that's how I grew up. I grew up with fireworks every birthday. You know, without a fail, there was fireworks every birthday. You know, and as a kid and older, everybody just is always like, oh, did you ever think that those fireworks for you? No, I never really did. Even as a small child, I was educated to hold my hand above my heart for the flag. I have instilled that in my children. I will actually discipline them, and they get in trouble for it. And the hats come off, and the hand goes over the heart, and it's a thing in my family. I have instilled that in my children. I figure that is respect. That is respect for our flag. That is respect for our forefathers, the things that they fought to get where we are. Now, I do believe in freedom of speech, and I do believe in all the freedoms that the United States of America brings us. That is all that I'm going to say about the politics part. I mostly wanted to reflect on how I felt when I saw the flag yesterday. I actually saw the original flag that flew, and the original flag that was made. To say the least, I was overwhelmed. It actually brought tears to my eyes. It was a beautiful, beautiful sight. They have it
in a case that it has to be dark all the time to preserve it as much as they can. There were pieces of the flag that they had to get from soldiers and other people that had it in their homes. And there are still pieces of flag out there, I'm sure. Somebody might even have it in a trunk somewhere. I'm hoping that you are taking as good care of it as possible, just to remember that day when that flag was raised. And I think that we need to reflect back and of what it's like to be in the United States of America, what it's like to, what it's like, what it means to be here. And it was overwhelming, and it brought tears to my eyes seeing that flag and knowing that it took a woman and her children to like a month to do it, and the stitching and the love that went into every single stitch. And it hung during special addresses, and then finally it was asked to be brought to the Smithsonian, so it could be preserved. So we just need to remember that there are a lot of people that sacrificed a lot to give us that flag. And it took an old lady and a couple girls to put this together. And that's what it means. That's what that means. When you put your hand over your heart, you are honoring and you're loving those people that put the dedication into something as simple as a flag to bring us together and to remind us that we are truly we belong to the United States of America. This is where we belong. We belong here. We don't belong anywhere else. And then our ancestors came on boats, and for days and days and days to get here, to just be here, to have freedom of speech, to have freedoms that they didn't have in a dictatorship and with a king and a queen and all that stuff. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I'm just saying that, trust me, this is all my opinion. I'm not trying to side with anybody. I'm not trying to say anything. But when I hear stories that a flag has been burned and disrespected, it hurts my heart. And this is why. If you know me, you understand, you get it. But seeing that flag yesterday just took my breath away. And I just wanted to take a few minutes this morning and say that I am proud to be an American. I'm proud for what it stands for. And I'm proud to know and love people that have served in all the wars, from the World War I to World War II to Korean to Vietnam to Iraq to Afghanistan, to create all of them. Seeing all those memorials and all of those tributes and the Vietnam Wall, and knowing that those men went over to the jungle and were just dropped out of an airplane and with the pack on their back, and then nothing like we have now. The Hummers, the Humvees, the modernization of military, they were just dropped out with a gun and with a pack, and they packed through the jungle. And I know somebody very, very close and dear to my heart that did that, and he survived that, and he came home, and he said it was the hardest thing that he's ever done. I know a few people, but one in particular, he's one of my favorite people. And so Thursday I'm going to Arlington, and I'm very excited to be going to Arlington, and I'm excited, and I'm beaming with pride right now, and I hope that you are too, because we live in an amazing nation. President aside, political views aside, I was not able to get to the White House, or I could see the White House way off. They are actually getting ready everything for the celebration, making Washington beautiful for the celebration. And my point of this video is to say that please remember your roots, remember where you came from, remember why you're here, and for goodness sakes, your hand better be over your heart and your hat better be off your head, and you better understand what that means and what that is. And just know that I love all of you, and got a little emotional. I apologize for that, but I do get it. I did literally wept when I saw the flag. So I just wanted to take a few minutes this morning I'm proud to be an American.
This is the most complete Tyrannosaurus Rex skeleton ever discovered. It was found in eastern Montana. That's the original Smithsonian Museum. It's the original structure. Oh, so we're taking a little water break. We're sitting actually out on the mall in front of the History Museum. Yeah, there is so much to take in here. You can't even begin to describe it all. We'll be here for 5 days and we're not going to see half of it, I'll bet you know.
No, because yesterday we did the American History Museum, which was wonderful. It was absolutely gorgeous. You know, and then today we did the Natural History Museum. But, you know, we're moving a little slower. We did 20,000 steps on Monday, doing all of the memorials and everything, so we're tired.
Yeah, but we're sure enjoying this, and would recommend, if you've not done this and you ever want to make a trip to DC, it is totally worth it. The cool thing about all the Smithsonian museums is that it's free admission. It's all government funded. You just walk in, walk out, and there's no charge. So that's a really nice thing.
And also, you know, like, this is a beautiful time of the year to come. I already said to Theron, I said definitely if our adventure brings here again, I would love to come this time of year. It's very beautiful. The weather is, you know, starting to get warm here. The cherry blossoms are beautiful. You know, Wisconsin, we've, you know, still got cold weather and could get snow, that kind of thing.
Yeah, so I don't know if we just got lucky with the weather, because it's like sunny and 80 and it has been all week. So I feel like we just got lucky with the weather.
I don't know.
You know, but yeah, we're sure enjoying this, because we're not going to see any weather like this in Wisconsin probably for another month or 6 weeks.
Month, 6 weeks, and Memorial Weekend we've camped and it's been, you know, chilly. So, but anyways, we're just enjoying the day.
So what we're realizing is there's a lot to take in here in DC. So we're not going to be able to fit this into one video. So we're going to break this into 2 videos. So DC Part 2, look for that next week. Until then, if you like what we're doing, we sure appreciate your support with our channel. Hit like and subscribe.
Definitely.
Till then, bye-bye.